A Tzu Chi volunteer couple who owns a cram school offers free tutoring to underprivileged children. Tzu Chi continues to provide free clinics and financial assistance to earthquake survivors in Mexico. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Su. Thank you for joining us. Zheng Kaixi, who is a Tzu Chi Nishu scholarship recipient, was struggling in school and his grandmother could not afford tutoring services. That's why Tzu Chi volunteers quickly arranged for him to attend a cram school free of charge. He's now attending a telecommunications specialty class, which guarantees him entry into the National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology.
今年刚毕业嘛，哎，阿嬷你好，来开心啊！今仔来甲恁拜访啊，你先师姐足久无来啊，想来遮甲恁看看。
The grandmother told me that what worries her the most right now is her grandson's progress in school. He's lagging behind, so he really needs tutoring, but she doesn't have the financial means to pay for it. I told her that one of our Tzu Chi volunteers just so happens to own a cram school in the school district. He has a very kind heart and is always willing to help those who are in need. So he has already told us that if there are any care recipients who need academic assistance, he's willing to waive all tuition costs.
My schoolwork was really bad before, below average. After attending cram school, I've even tested 100 for the first time.
Oh, 你在看什么书?
I got a phone call from one of the volunteers telling me about a gas explosion incident care recipient case. I told her that it was no problem. We often have these types of cases come in. The Tzu Chi New Shoot Scholarship Program students. We're honored to be able to help them with their schoolwork and also some life counseling.
中华电信专班。
中华电信专班，你现在是念中华电信专班？
就是他直升可以。
直升中华电。
他直升高科大，高雄科技大学。
高雄科技大学。
他4年读完就到中华电信上班。
哎，这样很好嘞。
对啊，这个是1连贯的。
哎，这个这样子哈，将来就很有保障啊，工作直接就就业了。 阿嬷，有哪一个心袂当放下啊
？Does he like oranges？ 因为 he 问要什么答 ，he 答。刚刚开始有2个学生。
In the very beginning, there were 2 students that came to our cram school. I was ecstatic about this. I was more excited about this news than the grand opening of our cram school. I just thought that we are finally helping the children that are really in need of our assistance. Whether it be Tzu Chi New Shoot scholarship recipients or any other types of students, we will treat them all equally. It really doesn't matter how the students' tuition fees are being handled. What matters is that they're getting the help that they need in their schoolwork.
He has made a lot of progress and his confidence level has been boosted. This is all due to the love and care Tzu Chi volunteers have shown throughout the home visits. They are very detailed in getting to know the families in the community, and it's due to their diligence that the connection to come to cram school was made.
It's all thanks to Tzu Chi's help that we're able to breathe a bit easier each month. We are very grateful to the volunteers for always being there for us.
I feel very lucky to be able to help these children. It's a very meaningful process, and it gives me the opportunity to give back to the society. Not only does it help the individual students and their families, but education-wise will have a lasting effect for generations to come.
Today we take you to visit some very special remote schools in both Taichung and Nantou. Due to lack of educational resources in these areas, schools have to use their creativities to make learning fun. Some have transformed an abandoned basement into a sports recreation center. Others have developed their very own digital learning center.
This lattice for a window frame and this airplane are beautiful works that few believe can be produced by students. They use this computer-aided design and a 3D printer to make these works. Nowadays, children have technology at their fingertips.
I think that I have the ability to do everything with a 3D printer.
Using a 3D printer lets children print products that they design themselves and gives them a feeling of accomplishment.
Taking digital learning and making it more applicable to students gives it new life. A tablet computer is used in unison with this teacher's exam. This allows students to connect with technology.
Letting children connect directly with the computer to search for information helps make them become active learners. This is instead of teachers providing answers to students.
Yamfeng Elementary won an Academic Excellence Award for its omnipresent online teaching. The library has a lot of pictures of celebrities from Taiwan and overseas. Students can scan these images and reveal a hidden mystery. Students just pick up their tablet and scan these photos, and detailed information and even a video about them will appear. The digital world is widely available and useful, and even primary school students can be news anchors.
准备好了吗？好了。一机准备好了吗？好了。二机呢？好了。好，我们开始。大家好，我是岩峰国小小主播林君喜。今天我所要介绍的是光明冰果室。
The school even rents the studio from an IT company, and students turn into anchors and reporters to produce local news.
大家好，我是岩峰国小小主播廖可云。
Before we edit for the broadcast, the students go and do interviews and finish their drafts. Teachers make a slight correction and then they come to practice the broadcast. In addition to reading and writing, they practice oral communication and train for this.
With more than 1,400 students, Yangfeng Elementary School is the largest primary school in Nantou County. It has a beautiful and spacious campus and complete hardware and strong software. There are 4 kinds of building blocks of different colors, which will be put in different areas. Now we use this robot to collect all these different building blocks. In the future, this type of technology can be applied to robots for home use. These smart young students led to the design of this amazing technology, which helped them win a Nantou Technology Cup.
In the design process, sometimes the robot doesn't run so well, so we think about how to repair it, or we just slowly try to fix it. We work hard to repair it and don't want to give up.
Whether it's their logical thinking ability or language communication, I have seen an obvious improvement.
With teachers putting in a little more effort, children are experiencing more growth. As for Nantou's remote school, Beishan Elementary, which rose from the ashes of 921, it has found a new life once again.
Dance can increase balance and concentration, as well as make our attendance more limber.
This year, the students participated in National School Dance Competition, mainly to observe. They put on a spectacular show that inspired many people.
When the competition results came out, the students learned that they could do it. They gained a lot of self-confidence. It turned out that though we are a small school, we just have to work hard. This led us to accomplish our dream.
Behind the students' dreams, there is painstaking work on behalf of teachers. We visit Tzu Chi Elementary School in Taili District, Taichung, to see how the campus was greatly transformed. Lila and Little Bear lined the hallway into the school's sports and fitness center, which has lots of equipment. It's hard to believe that this place used to be an old basement warehouse.
The space has been idle for many years, so I added some gymnastic equipment to give children the chance to develop a sense of balance and better coordination.
All of today's popular recreational games are readily available. When students are energetic, this is the right place to be. When they calm down, the library is the best place to go. Tucheng Elementary was built by Tzu Chi, and there's a beautiful garden on the roof. When we go to the library, the hallway has these words, Cloud Reading Castle, because the gate is like a castle and the floor has rainbow, and there's a few owls sitting on a branch.
We want to attract them here to study and read, with this fairy tale theme with rich colors.
Bookcases, a small train, beams and pillars with magical plants. This library is like a fairy tale world.
I feel very happy here, as it leads me to really want to read.
We found that it has had a positive impact and has inspired children to reach more.
What has become the beams which support the school, and wisdom is the walls which make up the classrooms. This is not just a slogan, but something that really goes into practice here at the school, which has been aided by Project Hope.
In our previous report, we introduced you to a Tibetan youth, Tzu Chi, who suffered from scoliosis and received medical assistance from Tzu Chi. Since Tzu Chi is heading to Beijing for college, Sichuan volunteers who have helped him contacted Beijing volunteers for further assistance. As Tzu Chi starts his university life in Beijing, local Tzu Chi volunteers were helping adapt to the new environment. As Tzu Chi is about to travel long distances, his mother, who's not able to speak Mandarin, is very worried. Early in the morning, she goes to turn the prayer wheels for her son's safe journey.
I am most worried that he won't be able to eat well. When he studied at a high school in Chengdu, his teachers cared for him. Now that he's going to Beijing all alone, I'm worried that he cannot bend down to do the laundry and won't have enough clothing to keep him warm.
Before her son takes off to Beijing, Tzu Chi's mother packed his luggage for him, filled with mindfulness and conditional love.
In the past, Tzu Chi could not eat well, and he could not wear good-looking clothes either. In addition, he had a hard time blending in with his classmates. When we cared for him, he felt frustrated. Now that you guys are helping us, I feel at ease. Thank you very much.
The mother feels at ease because Tzu Chi volunteers will be accompanying her son, who will be studying far away from home.
Following the doctor's advice, Tzu Chi probably won't be able to stay in class the full day. The doctor has asked him to wear his spinal protector every day. We might need to remind this child, do not give up because you feel uncomfortable. Tzu Chi's homes are everywhere. We got Tzu Chi families who can take turns to accompany their child. Wherever he goes, he can feel the warmth of a family caring for him.
Finally, Tzu Chi, carrying his luggage and crossing 2,500 kilometers, travels from Yishu of Tibet to Beijing all by himself. Upon Tzu Chi's arrival in Beijing, everything is new to him. Fortunately, these angels in blue and white are a familiar sight to him.
For these students, part of the ethnic minorities, if we can help him learn a bit about the customs and ways of living in Beijing, this is somewhat helpful for his future life.
On the first day of school, Beijing volunteers accompany Tzu Chi at the school, just like what parents would do.
Tzu Chi's parents are not by his side. As his child has just entered into a brand new environment, he probably hopes that his relatives or parents could be by his side.
Many elderly people in my hometown do not have the companionship of professionals. I want to serve the senior citizens and accompany them. After 3 years of college, after graduation, I'd like to return to my hometown to work.
A young boy in Indonesia who studies at Islamic school was once paralyzed from the waist down due to surgical complications. He also had a neurological disorder. Since May of last year, local Tzu Chi volunteers started to care for him and provided medical assistance. Now he has regained his health and confidence.
Each time the volunteers have to cross the river by boat to visit the Islamic school, Mutiara Bangsa. It is located in the remote area. El Buhari was once paralyzed from the waist down and had a neurological disorder. After receiving medical assistance from Tzu Chi last year, he has regained health.
I have learned religious knowledge here, as well as how to be self-reliant. I hope to become a pilot in the future.
Being able to attend regular classes, El has become more active and can interact with classmates.
I see changes in him, especially from his elementary to junior high school years. Now he has entered adolescence and become taller and tanner. He's also braver about expressing his thoughts. I hope he can pay love back to his parents. Since he fell ill, his mother has brought him to seek medical attention everywhere.
I hope that people who suffer from illness can have the chance to receive help. I also want to thank Tzu Chi Foundation for helping our students.
The volunteers transcend religions to care for ill and the students, helping them in their time of need.
In September of last year, a massive earthquake struck Mexico, so the volunteers quickly formed a disaster relief team to care for the affected residents. Since day one until now, there hasn't been any interruptions in both free medical services and financial assistance.
Today's event is the outreach that we serve our community. Also, same time we try to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of earthquake, because in April we were here. We try to scout for location, and I think this is a perfect location to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the earthquake.
They realized that this is a selfless experience, being able to volunteer at a Tzu Chi event. They were moved by it. I have many students that have helped out in these events before. Not only do they want to come, but they are always the last ones to leave, waiting until the last patient has been seen. That's when they will pack up and leave themselves.
From a few friends that I have and that know my condition, they told me, "Go, we urge you to go," because they give promising results. This is why I'm here today. My biggest problem is my walking. I can stand up fast, but the problem is, when I begin to walk, my legs start to buckle. I have no more strength. However, now I'm able to walk normally again.
It is a magnificent service. It didn't hurt me at all, and I didn't feel anything. It actually calmed my nerves. It's a very nice feeling. Everyone here is very nice, and they all treated me very well.
Last year, my sister was walking home one day and saw some Tzu Chi volunteers from Taiwan. They explained and demonstrated that everything they have done and continuously do here is all purely out of great love. It's unconditional giving without asking anything in return. I want to repay at least a little bit for what they have given us. I learned from them and used the same ways, lots of love and care for the people. I felt really good doing it.
Typhoon Mangkhut caused much damage to Hong Kong. After the disaster, Tzu Chi volunteers helped clean up the courtyard area of a Buddhist temple operated by a Dharma master. They also traveled to Landau Island to care for the affected fishing villagers.
After the typhoon, buses traveling out of Hong Kong finally resumed. Tzu Chi volunteers rushed to care for elders in the Tai O fishing village. The Tai O fishing village, which is close to the sea, was ravaged by Typhoon Mangkhut. For example, this 100-year-old tree toppled, crushing 3 wooden houses below. One solitary elder, Grandma Guo, lived here alone as Tzu Chi volunteers rushed to send her condolence money and blessings. In addition to caring for the disaster-stricken Tai O villagers, a cultivation ground associated with Dharma Master Yenji was devastated. After the volunteers learned of this, they immediately mobilized to help clean up the area.
This typhoon was quite bad and led all of the trees around my cultivation ground to fall down. I usually live alone and have limited ability, so I can't do much cleaning up by myself. I'm fortunate to have Tzu Chi brothers and sisters come to help me clean up.
Despite the scorching sun, volunteers worked quite hard, though they still had smiles on their faces as they were eager to help others and make others happy.
To celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival, Tzu Chi volunteers have come up with activities and musical performances for the seniors at Guang'en Nursing Home. Although the elderly residents may not remember which festival is happening, they still felt the festivities.
Before the festival is even here, the nursing home is filled with a celebratory ambience. The volunteers prepared many hands-on activities and beautiful musical performances for the seniors. The seniors sang all the favorite songs, one after another. The elderly has a hard time remembering what festival it is, but the volunteers go along with it.
The Tzu Chi volunteers have been here caring for the seniors for many years already. The enthusiasm still remained the same. This is what touches me the most. There is a blind resident here who usually does not participate in any activities, but knowing Tzu Chi will be here today, he came right down.
There are no boundaries between the nursing home residents and Tzu Chi volunteers. They have bonded over the years, and that will only continue to get even stronger.
Tzu Chi Neihu Liaison Office in Taipei held some community activities for more than 200 seniors. At the venue, the volunteers also helped them take their blood pressure and taught them how to make mooncakes.
Grandfathers and grandmothers have come to attend the Tzu Chi learning class for seniors.
We are team of nurses and we came here to help people measure their blood pressure. We also checked their heart and gave them health education.
We hope that we can always be the ones to go and care for others instead of being cared for. This means that we can all be healthy and volunteer to serve people in need.
Doing some exercises and singing old songs, the seniors all enjoy this lively atmosphere. Volunteers also teach them how to make mooncakes with all the ingredients from fruits and vegetables.
The atmosphere is lively and pleasant. Tzu Chi volunteers are friendly, and they are always concerned about us.
I can exercise, relax, and hang out with many friends here. Tzu Chi volunteers are also here to accompany us.
This community activity not only encourages seniors to work out of their homes, but also gives them more chance to interact with others, making them both happy and healthy.
Tzu Chi Guangdong office holds parent-child bonding classes for Chishaos. At the most recent class, the parents and students are asked to make vegetarian dishes together. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.